Well, maybe you've said these things. I'll never get this weight off. I'm never going to get the job I want. I'll never get that college degree. Right? Yeah, me too. Well, this is called future thinking, and who better to help us understand it than our therapist friend, Dr. Jonathan Carroll. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Angie.
We do it, don't we? We do this to ourselves.
We do. Yeah, it's not just some of us, it's all of us at some point. And there are reasons why we do it, and it'd be fun to explore that with you.
Well, okay, you know, when you get in that mindset, and when I have been in that mindset, it's almost feverish. It's difficult to turn that off and to turn it around. What do we need to do?
Well, we all have to be able to predict the future to some degree, right? We're not talking about clairvoyance. We're talking about the ability we have to develop a prediction of an outcome which is likely given a set of circumstances. So for instance, if I consume fewer calories than I burn, I'm more likely to lose weight. That's a predictable outcome.
Right.
However, we have these cognitive distortions, which is what you're calling future thinking, and some people call it fortune telling, where we predict negative outcomes without realistically considering the actual odds of that outcome. And truly, it's linked to anxiety and depression more than anything else. And it's one of the most common cognitive distortions that arise during what's called cognitive restructuring. And that is when somebody's really trying to work on themselves, it's the kind of thing that creeps up the soonest. This is why we have so many New Year's resolutions that don't necessarily hold beyond January 31st.
Well, can you guide us then? I mean, as I said, it kind of feels feverish, and then it feeds on itself, and it can become yes, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Can these negative thoughts come true?
Absolutely. Yeah, you used the words, took them right out of my mouth. And as long as we, our brains are these amazing machines that kind of do what we tell them to do. So when we allow ourselves to go down this road of this isn't going to work out, I'm not going to be very good at this, we end up thinking it's kind of cyclically, I'm not going to be very good at this. So as a result, I'm not really going to do very much about it. So nothing really is going to come of it. So I'm going to have this reinforcement that, see, I told you I wasn't very good about this. So, we have to ask ourselves some questions. What's the evidence for and against what we predict could happen? What's the function of our worry? Are there benefits to making this negative prediction? Is it preparing us? Is it kind of that ancient philosophical usage of the phrase premeditatio malorum? Like, should we just be preparing for the worst case so that we're not disappointed and let down, and if anything good happens, we can be surprised? Does it make us feel powerless or powerful? Is it increasing our anxiety? And then I think we need to step back and consider the track record. In similar situations, what has happened to us in the past? I mean, have we gotten so far and then given up? Have we thought, oh, this is never going to work, and so we don't end up trying? What can we do differently? How difficult would it be for us to do something different? How difficult would it be for this predictable outcome to be other than what we expect? And what are the other plausible outcomes? To whom can I talk about this? Would it be helpful to have some accountability? And when you consider other people's perspectives, you might find that you no longer believe in the fortune telling. You might just kind of focus on intentions. I think it's always better than focusing on outcomes, focusing on intentions. Every day, small changes, getting past that kind of subtle plateau where we end up not seeing any results. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and eventually we will see the change that we want, and the negative outcome is not at all what happened. We actually made change for the good.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate your wisdom.
Thank you so much. Good seeing you.
You too. More Local Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.